Once upon a time, in a small European town, there were two tailors that were married named Abe and Hilda. Abe and Hilda and their three children, Sarah, Rebecca, and Rachel, lived in a small house at the edge of their town. Abe and Hilda worked hard making and repairing the pants, dresses, shirts, and coats worn by many villagers in their town. On the other side of town, there lived a baker named Joseph. Although he was a successful shop owner, Joseph was never happy to give to charity. If a hungry townsperson came to him, he would always find some excuse not to give. He would say,
"I'm late. The dough in my shop needs to be baked. Ask me another day."
One winter, as the icy winds blew through town and the snowflakes fell from the sky this way and that way, the townspeople celebrated the holiday of Hanukkah, remembering the courage of those who had fought before them for religious freedom. They lit the Hanukkah each night to celebrate the oil that had lasted and lasted after the destruction of the temple. They played the dreidel game chanting Nes, Gadol, Haya, Sham. A great miracle happened there. As Hanukkah gelt clattered on the tabletop. They ate latkes, potato pancakes, fried in oil until their bellies were full. But in one house, the house of Abe and Hilda's family, there were no full bellies, as times were so hard that there was not even enough money to buy potatoes for latkes. Although Abe and Hilda were very sad because they couldn't even provide this simple pleasure for their children, Sarah, Rachel, and Rebecca were not upset, as they knew that their parents worked so hard every day to provide for them. On the first night of Hanukkah, as the children were coming home from school to prepare for the holiday, they happened to walk right by Joseph's bakery. As the smell of fresh latkes wafted into the cool night air, they found themselves unable to move, so transfixed were they by the aroma.
It's the most beautiful smell in the world.
"It's almost as if we're really eating them."
We must stop and linger here each night of Hanukkah. We will take the sweet aroma of latkes home with us and won't have to go to sleep craving real latkes.
And so it was. On the second, third, and fourth nights of Hanukkah, the girls lingered in front of the shop while returning from school and went home comforted by the smell of latkes. And when the girls retired to their room that fourth night, Abe asked Hilda, "How can it be that our girls seem so content every Hanukkah evening, even though we can't even offer them the sweet taste of latkes?"
And Hilda replied, "It's a little Hanukkah miracle, Abe, a little Hanukkah miracle."
But on the fifth night, as the girls stood near the bakery door, smelling the sweet aroma of latkes, Joseph saw them through the window as he was about to close the bakery. He came outside and demanded,
"Why are you standing near the front door of my bakery? Are you planning to buy something before I close for this evening?"
And Rebecca answered, "Oh no, we were just enjoying the sweet smell of latkes. We've been enjoying your latkes since the first night of Hanukkah."
Joseph was not happy.
"You'll have to pay for that."
And Rachel said,
"But we didn't even eat any latkes. We just smelled them."
"But you cannot enjoy the smell of my latkes for free. Why, it's almost as if you are stealing them."
Joseph called at once for the town rabbi to help settle this disagreement. When the rabbi arrived, he asked,
"What seems to be the problem?"
Rabbi, these girls have been standing in front of my bakery for the entire holiday of Hanukkah, taking the smell of latkes home with them every evening.
The rabbi quietly asked,
"What would you like me to do about it?"
I don't mind if they take the smell home with them, but I've spent all day preparing the latkes, so I should be justly compensated. They should pay for the smell that I've worked so hard to create.
The rabbi listened carefully, thought for a moment, and then proceeded to take a bag of Hanukkah gelt from his pocket. He started to shake the bag up and down, this way and that. The jingling sound grew louder and louder and louder until he finally stopped, and there was a complete silence. The rabbi turned to Joseph and said,
"Joseph, justice has been done. You wanted fair payment, and it has been granted. For the smell of your Hanukkah latkes, you have received the sound of Hanukkah gelt. Now go back to your bakery and try to make this world a better place."
Joseph was ashamed and turned around slowly to walk back to his shop. He had learned an important lesson.
After that day, when the winds of Kislev blew each year, Joseph gave away free latkes every Hanukkah to those who were in need, and he helped to keep the charity box at the synagogue full. And after that day, all of the townspeople could light the menorahs, play dreidel, eat potato latkes, and go to sleep with full bellies.
The end.